There's no one way to heaven, no one way to paradise. It's like television. Now it's over 800 channels of cable, and they're all pretty entertaining. So I'm pretty sure, man, that to get to heaven, there's got to be more than one route. Because somebody watching another channel or taking another channel than you, they still getting entertained, and they probably still getting to heaven.
Media mogul Tyler Perry, I like saying media mogul, I want to say it again. Media mogul Tyler Perry, that's what he is raising awareness about the coronavirus vaccine in a new special for BET, which is owned, by the way, by Viacom CBS. This is video of the filmmaker getting the first dose. Grady Health System in Atlanta approached Tyler Perry to get the shot to help get the word out. Black Americans, as you have heard, are disproportionately affected by the virus, and 1 in 3, think about that, are hesitant about getting this vaccine. Perry's new special aims to provide the facts about it, and in this clip, he talks with Grady Health System Dr. Kimberly Manning.
I'm hearing people say they either don't want it or that they're going to wait to get it. If you want to wait to be able to, come into community, to go to your family reunion, to be able to do the things that get us back to living, I think those are things to consider. And I've been saying to, my loved ones, this is about us. Yeah. This is about us. The folks that are really taking the hardest hit are the people that are in your contacts in your cell phone if you look like us.
Boy, Tyler Perry joins us first on CBS this morning to discuss. Good to see you, Mr. Perry. Let's get started.
Gail. Good morning.
So much to talk to you about. Were you reluctant to take the vaccine yourself before the doctors at Grady Health System approached you?
Well, when Dr. Del Rio and Kimberly, but Dr. Manning, when they called up and asked if I would take it to encourage the community, I thought, I will do that, but you've got to answer all my questions. And I thought, well, while you answer my questions, why don't we record it so you can answer questions for a lot of people in the community? So, yeah, I was skeptical because if you look at our history in this country with the Tuskegee experiment, Henrietta Lacks, and things like that, it raises flags for us as African-American people. So I understand why there's a healthy skepticism about the vaccine.
Hello? No!
For more than a decade, he played the nerdy but endearing sidekick Screech on Saved by the Bell.
There are a million fish in the sea, and I'm just a worm to attract them.
Dustin Diamond, a 90s icon, died today from stage 4 lung cancer at the age of 44. After feeling pain last month, the actor learned of his small cell carcinoma diagnosis. 3 weeks later, he was gone. It managed to spread rapidly throughout his system, his manager says. The only mercy it exhibited was its sharp and swift execution. Dustin did not suffer.
I'm proud of the work that I've done when I've done it. It's just how do you come off of such a phenomenal, phenom role of this Screech character and then break out of that mold and do something different?
The Three Musketeers back together.
After spin-offs and reality shows, Diamond struggled. He spoke openly of regret after a sex tape, a bar fight, and a tell-all book.
It's time for that clean slate.
Today, former co-stars paid tribute after his shocking and sudden death. Diamond lost his own mother to cancer and was himself surrounded by those he loved when he slipped away. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
The Celebrity Demon. All right, this lesson is going to be entitled The Celebrity Demon. And it's going to have the subtitle of Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, Plies, and Screech. Okay? Or in some variation of that title. All right, and as normal, you got so-called celebrities now. You saw 3 videos. All right, in the first video, you saw Steve Harvey. And they basically, he's casting out stumbling blocks. Telling people there's more than one way to heaven. And really what happens is, man, these celebrities, and you all should know this by now, people listen to what they say because they feel like because they made a lot of money that they're close to the Most High or that they're smart on some type of level, and they're really not, man. Steve Harvey is really an idiot, okay? And he was going off, man. It's only one way to get to the Most High. If you're talking about salvation, that is. If you're talking about salvation, there's only one way. That's through Yahweh Shai. Of course, we know that. Now, all people go to the spiritual realm in the heavens when you pass away, and that. But in the salvation sense, the only way to get to the Most High is through His Son Yahweh Shai. And in the second video, you saw, you guessed it, Tyler Perry. The fix is on. And what they're doing is they're using, like we told you, first Jesse Jackson and TD Jakes and these other black celebrities so-called. And you see what they're doing. You see what they're saying. I'm not going to speak a whole lot on it. You may hear more about this later. They got the black doctors, the black lawyers, the people of this society to push that agenda. See? And they keep throwing numbers in your face. And they're using this guy, Tyler Perry. And then you got this guy right here, which I don't see the big deal. I don't know why you would listen to this nigga to begin with. Plies. Yeah, yo, my man, just call me Plies. Not pliers. Plies. And I have no idea what it means, but if you read his comment, he says, you see it, I'm getting such and such the first chance I get. How I look at it, I put things in my body every day. I don't know where it come from. If I done trusted the weed man, who I didn't know, ate from the food truck outside the club, drunk Hennessy and Red Bull and survived, I should be straight, you see? And this is the exact sentiment of ISUPK. Didn't they say something similar to that? We done did all this stuff. You put all kind of stuff in your body. What's one thing got to do with the other? Like I tell my wife, what's that got to do with the price of tea in China? This really has nothing to do with anything, but what's been happening is they're using that celebrity demon on you. Now, also the last video, and I just threw this in, this dude just passed away, Dustin Diamond, right? And he got that judgment. He got judgment, man. The Most High judged him swiftly. He did all kind of dirt. He started out in the kids show, and as he grew up, he just turned into more of a celebrity demon, man. Okay? He just turned into more of a celebrity demon. That's all it is. And all these people got it. Steve Harvey got the celebrity demon. This dude had the celebrity demon. Plies has got it. Tyler Perry has got it. And they're going to use that celebrity demon against you in these last days. But all you celebrity demons, you're going to get, like it says right here. Let's go back. I like what they said there. It managed to spread throughout his system. Hold up. Because the dude had lung cancer. Some type of cancer he had. It said it managed to spread rapidly throughout his system. The only mercy it exhibited was its sharp and swift execution. And that's how judgment plays out. When the time comes, it comes swiftly and sharply. And that's what Plies is going to get. Steve Harvey's going to get it. Tyler Perry's going to get it. Okay? Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, and Plies, you all going to get that swift judgment. Now, what the elites are doing, they're using that celebrity demon against you. This is Ecclesiastes 13, verse 23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, and this is what they know. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. And that's why the scriptures say they abhor him that speaketh, they abhor him that speaketh in the gate. You see? You hate the prophets because we're poor men compared to these people. But at the end of the day, just like with my man Screech, you see what he got right there holding up? Plies is under the same vibration. So is Tyler Perry. So is Steve Harvey. They're under that same vibration. You see it? And that's what they're going to receive, that swift judgment. Just like this guy got. So what they're doing is they're using that influence on you from these people. Let's read that again. Ecclesiastes 13:23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. You lift them up. If Steve Harvey tell you something, you believe it. If Tyler Perry say, look, nothing happened to me, you believe it. Right? A lot of people gonna believe Tyler Perry because you look up to him, you trust him. But at the end of the day, Tyler Perry is under the vibration of the celebrity demon, man. And it really no such thing as the celebrity demon. It's just the way we phrase, what we see. Right? They're using because the word demon, I think it goes back to intelligence. So they're using their celebrity so-called intelligence on you. They're basically trying to beguile you with the fact that they got a little influence in the society, and that's what the elites are counting on. The elites are counting on them using their little celebrity status to influence you until you get swift judgment like Screech got. Now it says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him. So it's like with us, you know, the men speaking the truth, you look down on us, even among our own. They call us bums and say all this stuff because you don't think that's sound doctrine. You don't think that's sound doctrine nor wisdom. You think you know a better way. You see? Now this right here is going to be Ecclesiastes chapter 4. And I'll jump in here at, just hold tight. I'm going to just jump in here at verse 22. I start at verse 20. It says, observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. Right? You shouldn't be ashamed if the sound doctrine coming out of this word, right? The counsel is coming from men. So what? We don't have a lot of money. The doctrine that we preach is coming straight from on high. Verse 21 says, for there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which bringeth glory and grace. Being broken, not having not being lifted up in society, there's no shame in that. Even though you say it's shame, but it brings what? Glory and grace. Because we're grounded, man. We're grounded, and we're not compromised. We're not compromised like Steve Harvey, Plies, right? Even this guy, he was compromised. You see him throwing up the signs. And Tyler Perry is definitely compromised. You think that the so-called black man that's a media mogul, that's got this big ass compound, a big ass compound, you think he's not compromised? I wouldn't want to trade places with this dude for nothing in the world, man. Because in order to get all that, how did he have to get? He got to dress like a woman. He got to be a damn cross-dresser in order to get anything, man. For there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace. Here's the point. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. You can't let the fact that you reverence Tyler Perry or Steve Harvey or Screech or Plies, you can't let the fact that you reverence them cause you to fall. And any other person that's speaking against the scriptures. Look at Steve Harvey. You know he smoked them big ass lips, looking all dark. He look like he on the pipe, baby, man. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. You can't let the fact that they have money make you fall. Now I want to read real quick here. I'd like to read some of this. There was a scripture that I want to read, and y'all just bear with me here while I think of where it is. Yeah, I'm just going to jump here at Jude 1:14. It says, and Enoch also, the 7 from Adam, prophesied of these. Now it's dealing with, you know, false prophets and wicked Israelites, right? Up here in verse 11 it says, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, who killed his own brother, right? And ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Korah. See that? You had gainsayers. You know, they went against Moses. These are spots in your feast of charity when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots, raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. So you see who is speaking of. But you can put, hey, Steve Harvey, Plies, Steve Harvey, Screech, Tyler Perry, they're wandering stars, man. Okay? Well, particularly, we can leave Screech out. But when you deal with the stars, right? When Joseph, I believe it was, when he had the vision of the 12 stars, you know, that was talking about the Israelites. But you could even put, if you want to put Screech in it, he's a so-called star just in this world. But we're speaking really of Israelites. Well, Screech could have been an Israelite. Who knows? It says, in Enoch also, the 7 from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Enoch prophesied of the judgment that the Lord was going to bring. He's going to bring the angels and the other great men of the Lord, and they're going to do damage, man. You see that? They're going to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. And you see that a lot these days. And their mouth speaketh great swelling words. That's Tyler Perry, that's Steve Harvey, and that's Plies. And their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. And men admire Plies. They did admire Screech before he died. They admire even Gayle King, Tyler Perry. They admire Steve Harvey. See? They admire Steve Harvey, man. So don't let the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. This has been the Celebrity Demon. Watch out. They're going to use more celebrities, and they're going to come across your favorite at some point. Maybe none of those are your favorite, and you disregard what they say. But at some point, they're going to use Beyonce or Jay-Z or your favorite football player or this favorite person. You see? They're going to use men's persons in admiration because of advantage. They're going to use that attempt, rather. It says, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. So, let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.